got me down again.
Decisions. We got the blue, green, and gold one. So we haven't had any of these before. I'm very intrigued to try the gold one, but I think I'm gonna go for the green.
Yes guys, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Conan and today I'm going to be taking you guys through an entire day in the life here at Alphaland. So let's get into it. Before we do get into it though, I'm going to taste test this green 3D energy drink. This is supposed to be the citrus mist, so very intrigued. I like all green energy drink flavors, so this hopefully should be pretty good. Smells pretty green. Good start. You can definitely get the hint of greenness. Citrusy, yeah. Honestly, I'll be honest, I think the green monster is a bit better though. This is kind of like, has more of a subtle kind of taste, but overall it's still pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna drink this right now, head over into Alphaland, do a bit of work, and then we'll probably go train. So let's get into it.
I hit record a job, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face. Looking like a friend.
Alright, so we're currently here at Alpha Eats. This is like the lounge area, and this is usually where I do most of my work in the morning. So I'll do some work while sipping on this, and then we'll eat some breakfast, and then we'll go train. Currently take a quick break from the computer stuff and have some breakfast right now that I prepped this morning. So all this is just like a cup of oatmeal with some protein sludge, blueberries, and cinnamon on top. So yeah, this has been like my new go-to breakfast. Super easy to make, super convenient, and it's super tasty. I mean, that just looks phenomenal. And it tastes really good. Drop the blue.
Tell them read it. Been the one since a fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go.
Alrighty guys, just finished up a bit of work and now we're ready to go train. So right now I'm gonna be taking some Realm. This is the stim-free pre-workout because obviously this morning I did have the 3D energy drink, which I think has around 200 milligrams of caffeine. And yeah, I do not want to like overdo my caffeine contents. Like I don't want to do it. I want to use it as like a weapon, as like a secret weapon to really get me going on day. So I'm like super tired and I don't want to like over consume it and like rely on it every single day. So yeah, and then intra workout we'll be sipping on some Neros. These are just amino acids. And yeah, we're gonna go train legs, so let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm sturdy like a milli rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket. Don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket. It sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the knock. No, Russell Wilson way I get along, stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my day.
Alrighty guys, so right now I'm gonna take you through my entire leg workout. So obviously, as you guys know, I have two separate leg workouts I'll do in a week. So the first leg workout I did this week was more quad focused, whereas this workout right now is more hamstring focused. So whatever kind of muscle group you're focusing on, I highly urge you guys to like literally train. Why is this so loud? Sorry about that. I highly urge you guys to literally train that muscle group first while you're still fresh and you're not fatigued. So for example, on a leg day and you really want to bring up your hamstrings, don't start by doing like heavy squats or like heavy leg press and then move on to your hamstrings. Do your hamstrings first while you're still fresh and ready to go, because once you do other exercises and then go to your hamstrings, I mean, your hamstrings, although directly aren't going to be as fatigued, but systemically, like your entire body is just going to be super fatigued and you're not going to get as much juice out of your hamstrings as you could have if you were to have started started with them in the first place. So again, whatever muscle group you're focusing on, I highly urge you guys to literally start with that single muscle group. So right here, we're doing a RDL, Romanian deadlift. I love this exercise for the hamstrings. The stretch you get on these and the squeeze is just so good. I did used to do deadlifts in the past, but I didn't really feel much of it in my hamstrings, and I basically just felt most of my lower back. And although it's a great kind of like back mass builder, super good exercise, the systemic fatigue you get from that exercise, I mean, like literally after I do like 3 or 4 sets of like heavy deadlifts, the rest of my workout is just kind of like that, you know, like it just takes so much out of you. It's like literally it just takes over your soul. It's just so like demanding. And obviously RDLs are a pretty heavy compound lift as well, but they're not as fatiguing. So I definitely do like this exercise, especially because of my mind muscle connection with my hamstrings on this specific exercise is through the roof. Like I feel every single fiber in my hamstrings being worked in this exercise. So yeah, again, another important thing is to really focus on that mind muscle connection. I mean, I don't really care who says what the best exercise out there is. If you don't really feel the muscle group being worked, do a different exercise. Like for example, a lot of people love doing like barbell rows, but if you don't really feel your back muscles being worked, I mean, you may have to do like a cable row or like a chest supported row or like a different variation of a row. So there's not like one kind of perfect exercise out there. Just kind of experiment, see what feels good for you, see what kind of exercise gives you the best mind muscle connection, and then yeah, try to progress with that single exercise. So yeah, kind of rambled there, but yeah, anyway, RDL doing 4 sets of so last week I did 8 reps, 4 sets of 8 reps with about 1 to 2 RAR, 1 to 2 reps in reserve. And this week we did 4 sets of 10 reps, and still had about probably just 1 rep in reserve. So yeah, I'll definitely add a bit more weight next week, so super happy with that. And then yeah, during the workout I sipped on some EAAs as well, just some aminos. These aren't really essential, you don't really need these during your workout. I just really enjoy sipping on them. They taste really good, and it's almost kind of like a 0 calorie kind of Gatorade. They help with recovery, help with hydration, but at the end of the day it's not gonna like make or break your progress. So if you got the money for it, definitely why not, but if you don't, definitely don't need it. So the second exercise for today was a hack squat, and now I really like this type of machine because like your lower back isn't really that involved compared to like a normal back squat or even a front squat, and really takes like your lower back out of it, which is great because after doing those RDLs, your lower back is pretty taxed and fatigued. So this is great to just literally just like focus on the quads, not worry too much about your lower back, and just a great kind of like exercise in my opinion. So these are absolutely awesome. Alternatively, if you don't have this machine, I definitely recommend using the other machine next to me, which is a leg press, which again doesn't really involve much of your back and really just focuses on hammering your quads. So like with our exercises, go full realm, full range of motion. Don't cut yourself short. Don't just do half reps and do a lot more weight. Literally, it's useless. Your risk of injury is a lot higher. You're not getting as much bang for the buck of the movement, and you'll just accumulate so much more fatigue with not as much stimulus. So that's like, why would you do that, right? Like you pretty much just want to use like a good amount of weight that you can use through a proper range of motion, get a really good stimulus, but not as much fatigue. That is like the best of both worlds. That's absolutely ideal. So yeah, here we did another 4 sets of about 10 to 12 reps. Then we moved on to a lying leg curl, and here is actually, so on the previous 2 exercises we just did straight sets, so straight 4 sets doing around 1 to 2 reps in reserve. And then this is actually a very special intensity technique that I actually got from Mike Israetel from Renaissance Periodization, which if you guys have not checked out his channel yet, I highly urge you guys to do so. If you guys are interested in hypertrophy training or are just interested in learning more about training and just everything training related, go check out his channel. I mean, he is an absolute wizard. He knows everything. So whatever questions you may have, go to his channel. He'll probably have the answer for you. So anyway, with the lying leg curl here, basically we're doing 3 sets here, or yes, 3 working sets. And so as you guys can see here, for the first set, I believe we got around, I think it was either 17 or 18. Let me just double check on my notes here. Here we did 3 sets of 16. So the first set we did here was just a straight set. So we did 16 reps. Now on the second set, basically we're gonna try and get another 16 reps. Now with that said though, after your first set, you're probably gonna be super fatigued, and there's gonna be absolutely no way you're gonna be able to match the same amount of reps you got in your last set, unless you didn't train hard enough, which I mean should not be the case. doing 16 reps should be very difficult. And now as you guys can see here, it's basically kind of like a mile rep here. So basically what you guys can see here is, so I did 10 reps here, and then basically like I could not do any more. And obviously 10 is not 16, and our goal was to get 16 reps, right? So basically do like a rest, pause for like 5-ish seconds, just so I can kind of like breathe and recover. And then I go again, tried to get to the 16 marks. I did 3 good reps here with good form. And again, I was just too tired to do the final few. So rested a little bit, and then we finished it up with 1, 2, 3. So 16. So basically that's like a kind of mile rep kind of variation. So as you guys can see, the first set, however many reps you got on your first set, you're gonna try and replicate it in your other 2 sets. However many sets it's gonna take you. So let's say, for example, first set you did 16. On your second set, your goal is to get 16 reps again, but then you could only manage to do 10 reps. Well, you're gonna rest there for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then you're gonna go again. And let's say you got 14 this time. Well, you're gonna rest like again, 5 to 10 seconds, and you're gonna try to finish it off in your last set to get to 16 reps. Basically repeat that 2 more times, and that should absolutely just destroy your hamstrings. This is a great kind of intensity technique because especially if you're short on time, like instead of doing like whatever 7 sets on a lying hamstring curl, you can literally condense it down to like 3 sets, trying to get 16 reps in each and every single one of those sets, and however many sets it takes you. So that's a great intensity technique. Highly recommend you guys to do that if you're short on time or you really want to intensify your exercise. Highly recommend. And we basically did the same thing with the calf raises here. So on the first set we got 17 reps. That was our first straight set, and then we followed that by another 3 sets, still again trying to match the first 17 reps we got on the first set. So yeah, super great intensity technique. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but my calves actually have looked a lot bigger lately. Like I've been really hammering them with a lot of volume, a lot of intensity. They actually seem to be growing, which is super cool. And then again, lastly, for the last and final exercise of today, or I guess second last, but like last for the legs, the leg extension. Same thing here, another intensity technique, mile rep variation from Mike Israel. I believe we got 18 reps on the first set, and then for the other 2 sets, you try to match it. So yeah, super great, guys. Absolutely love this. And then we finished up with some abs. I usually don't really train abs, but I just decided like, why not? I'm here at Alphaland. Let me just finish up with some abs. So we did that. Did about 3 sets here, about I think 15 to 20, and that is pretty much the entire leg workout. Now, as you guys can tell, my legs aren't necessarily the biggest, so in today's video, I actually asked Zach Perna, who I happened to run into here at Alphaland, which is actually super cool. I asked him what his top tip for growing his legs were, so let's go check it out. What are your top 3 like leg tips or something? Okay. Yeah, is that fine?
Yeah, what's the video?
I guess how to grow your legs.
Okay, so it's like a serious one?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a vlog. I didn't expect you to be here, so...
Okay.
Yeah, are you following?
Let's go. Yeah, it's
rolling. Alright, so I'm here with Zach. I'm a huge fan of his. Literally so cool seeing you right now. So I just finished up a leg workout, and my question for you is, how do I grow these chicken legs? Because obviously yours are pretty massive, so...
See, I would actually ask you the same question. I feel like none of us know. Down here, it's just a mystery, so...
Yeah, no one knows. I thought Zach would probably know, I don't know.
So I feel like I know how I should, and that's heavy squats.
Heavy squats.
With good form.
Yeah.
And not get injured, because I've actually got injured with my knees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got tendonitis in my knee from just overdoing it, and maybe shit form, I don't know.
Oh, geez.
And so I haven't trained legs properly in like over a year. Yeah, so you've picked the worst person.
Oh shit, I'll find a different influencer then. Sorry, you can cut this out.
Cut this, find someone with big legs.
Alright, I appreciate it, Zach. Really nice meeting you. Have fun in Miami.
Thank you.
Yeah, safe travels.
Enjoy the rest of the video.
Alright, so just got back from the gym, and how rude of me. I haven't even showed you guys my motel room, so here is what it's looking like. So as you come in, we got the bed over there, then we got the nightstand and a nice little desk there, microwave, fridge, then all my food on top there. We got a TV, which I have not even used yet, a mirror, more clothes here, bathroom, I guess, here with all my toilet stuff, and then the washroom right over here. Got the toilets, that, towels, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, since I don't have like a stove here or an oven, I've been having to buy like these pre-cooked chicken breasts and like steak things for my protein sources. Also got some canned tuna as well. And then for my carbs, all I really have is just some oatmeal, some minute rice, and then potatoes as well. And then for my fats, avocados and peanut butter. Anyway, I'm super hungry right now, so let's whip up a super quick, easy, high protein, healthy, delicious meal. Alright, so here's the post-workout meal. Now I know what you're thinking, this looks like absolute, like I don't even know what this looks like, but sometimes the grossest looking food is often the tastiest food. So what we got here is just potato, avocado, chicken breast, tomatoes, all kind of mixed into this bowl. And then I added some everything but the bagel seasoning right over here, the best seasoning, along with some of this garlic. So this is also really good. Goes really well with this meal. I've been freaking loving avocados lately. Everything about this meal is just super tasty. So definitely try it out. It's super easy to make. If I can make it here in my motel with just a microwave, you can definitely make this at home. Really good, easy, high protein meal. I'm gonna eat this and then I'll see you guys in the next clip. Now, before ending today's video, you guys are probably wondering, Cohnan, are you going to be staying here forever? What's your long-term plan? And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really know. Like, I have no idea, and it's so funny because I've always been the type of person that like plans everything out. I don't like to take like these massive risks. I always like to like know things ahead of time. I like to just be super organized with everything. And this entire trip has kind of just been like doing whatever, YOLOing it, and just kind of going in with no plan. Like, it's something I've always wanted to do, just like buy a car, go to the States, travel across the country, and just explore everything. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. And obviously, like, it is a risk because yeah, I'm not really stable. I don't really have a stable income, and I sometimes question myself, like, oh, what am I doing? Is this a good idea? Should I just go back home where it's like safe and secure? But honestly, like, I've really been just like loving this. I've learned so much about myself, and like I've really just kind of figured out what I really want to do with my life and what I want to do for the long term. Now I know it sounds crazy to you guys, like, oh, what is he doing? This is such a big risk. Why isn't he just at home? And like, I see where you're coming from, but again, this is something I've really wanted to do. And I feel like now that I'm kind of in a situation where I'm kind of struggling to kind of like find a place, earn money, stuff like that, like, this is really the time for me to like really make something happen, because like I don't really have a plan B. And like, so it's hard to explain, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to potentially find a place here, earn some money, and yeah, we'll see how things go from there. So with that said, if you guys are just as excited as I am about figuring out where I'll be in the future, please be sure to go give this video a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, no, I'm studying like a milli rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket. Don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket. It sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby.